Greetings, everyone. This is another Sunday evening with your host, Shirley Mitchell-Berment, and I was born to talk. This is Born to Talk, the talk show. And I'm so happy to be in your company. Oh, God is a great and awesome God. And did you know that there are many verses in the Word of God that speaks about purpose? What is Born to Talk, the talk show all about? Having valuable conversations about fulfilling your God-ordained purpose. And yes, this came out of me fighting up and trying to understand my identity. Wow, we're in a different scenery today, right? We just took it to the beach, okay? Just relax with us, enjoy. I am happy to be on this journey, pivoted into purpose. And, of course, you all remember the tagline is I am valuable. And that valuable stands for B, victorious in Christ. A, adopted by God. L, loved by God and others. U, uniquely designed by God. A, approved by God. B, blessed by God. L, lifted by God. E, equipped by God. And so this is who I am. I am valuable. You are valuable. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. If there's nothing else you don't remember, but I hope you remember more, that you are valuable. And this is valuable conversations about fulfilling purpose. In me, in the space, another Sunday evening, I'm so happy to have this young man back with me, Kwasi Sorillo. And of course, he has so much to impart to us, because last week when he was on, time ran out, but we didn't run out of words. So I'm so happy he's back in this space here with us. Yesterday he celebrated a big birthday. I don't know, he didn't give me permission to say it, but I said it already. So what can I say? Happy birthday. Welcome, Kwasi. And you could turn on your camera and mute your mic and join us in the space here. It's really an honor to have you with us. God bless you, my brother.
Good day, everybody good?
Yeah,
Yeah. I
go
was
ahead.
for
I
some
know you have
reason,
a lot on your
like
heart to share.
yeah, but for some reason, like my Zoom was taken just now. If you realize when you were speaking, my camera came on and off.
Yeah, okay, you were experiencing a little challenge with your internet.
Yeah, I don't know, because I'm on the
Okay,
same location that I was last time.
okay.
Yeah, but you hear me good, you see me good?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me good?
I hear you good, but hear me
And
clear.
you're seeing
It's
me
right
good?
clear as well. Yeah, I see you good as well.
Yeah, okay. Let's have this conversation. All
All
of this
right.
is temporary in the process of where God is taking us. Our big studio is coming. With all the lighting, all the systems, and all the persons that are needed to do it.
Correct
Because
is right, correct
somebody
is
out
right,
there is really important.
correct is
I see
right.
somebody out there is really important. Somebody needs to be encouraged about not giving up on their dream, not giving up on what they have been put here to do. When I started off, I was saying about so many verses in the Bible. And one of those verses that I hold on to is that one in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, which says, before he formed Jeremiah in his mother's womb, he had already declared what he was going to be. So God is a God of purpose. He doesn't do
Agree with you.
anything by chance. So you are not listening. You didn't click on this link today by chance. You are not connecting with this, recording this whenever you see it, this video by chance, because you have a purpose. God has a plan for your life. He's doing it through this young man here, Kwasi. He's doing it through me and the many others that God has brought on before and who he will bring on thereafter. Go ahead, my brother. You go ahead. Share what you have to share.
So that's a problem. And I
We're
know
happy
last time
to
I
have
gave
you.
you a story and I kind of got too much in detail with it. So, I'm going to shorten it up and get straight to the point here. So, as you know, the story was I used to work at a oil and gas company and the company shut down. So I was basically doing something different in life. I thought that this was my structure of life that I had to follow. So this is what I was doing. As I did that, I experienced a shutdown very young, and it wasn't a quiet shutdown, it was a loud shutdown on the media where between the government and the union, they it was real bad. And the people who work with the company was basically blacklisted for other companies. So, I was put in everything started to fall apart. So I was put in a very, I would say, a unique sort of setting where I realized I had three choices. And when I really thought about it, I was reading some books about business and I decided let me try the business way if it is job's not working out. And while doing the business ways, I actually did try a lot of things, more than just network marketing. There was actually a point in time where I used to sell cleaning products. I, at a point in time where I was a courier. At a point in time I was a contractor for a little bit. I did many different things and I learned from all of the things that I did, but I would honestly say nothing made me feel as fulfilled as when I was doing network marketing. So I found my purpose with any network marketing space. So why I would say so, what happened, it was can't remember the year, but basically I went through something broke me, something hurt me, where it was at a point where, because I'll be very honest with you, when I started network marketing, it wasn't for purpose. I just realized that I was good at it and I was making money. So I went for it for sustainability and survival. And then when that heartache happened, it was something that, you ever had a pain that kind of make you or break you? It was one of those pains where you had to wake up every day and do what you have to do. Or else bills not getting paid in that kind of way. So I started still building my business while going through that, still building my business while going through that. And I wasn't working from a place of where I was feeling inspired, where good things were happening again. I was working from a place of I had to figure out what that place was, something else. And that's why I realized what it is I wanted most in life. I actually wanted freedom. I wanted time freedom. I in control of my time. I wanted financial freedom. I in control of my finances.
Yeah, somebody put in the chat now. Somebody got to type in the chat, right? Freedom, freedom, freedom. Somebody shout freedom. That's a good thing to be, a place to be in, to desire. Go ahead, Kwasi.
Like I wanted that. I wanted to be financially free. I wanted to be actually spiritually free because I'll be very honest with you, there are a lot of persons who want to tell you how to worship God, how to love God, how to build your relationship with God. I want to be emotional free, where I in control of my spirit, I in control of my emotions, I in control of my finances, I in control of my time. I wanted that so badly. And I wanted to show other people how to do that as well. Because when you think about it, right, a shutdown, a it's not something that would affect you unless you're going through it. Basically, what you thought was life, you spend all your time going to school preparing for this. It wasn't that. Something was basically you thought it was something and it's not that. You could get angry, you could get sad, you could get disheartened, or you could make it work. I decided to make it work. And it was more survival, and I realized that I could do it. And then in doing it, I found another reason to do it for. And then that is why I came to the place of purpose. So I actually wrote down something in case persons were looking for a way to find their purpose. Because I'll be real honest with you, the journey wasn't really it wasn't a very clean journey, to be honest with you. Because like for instance, there was actually a company I work with where we made a big loss and a lot of persons who depended on you were disappointed in a certain way. you know. But you sort of got to realize as well, a lot of persons probably didn't understand in certain aspects. But basically, you had to go through certain emotional changes. You had to change your way of thinking. You had to really see if something is for you, you have to go through that basically. Because it's like, what telling you, well, do you really want this? All right, well, I'm gonna put you through some things, and it's how you deal with these things will determine if you could get it or not. And that is where the spiritual maturity started to come. So my journey was really a journey of becoming. So my purpose is actually to become a certain type of person. And God just put me in certain places like I would say, very unorthodox places because he's trying to prepare me or create me into a person to go through these things. So that's how I started to realize. So I wrote this down. Your purpose is who you become plus who you help. So, sorry, purpose equals to who you become plus who you help plus what you build. So, like for me, right? I
Say
became
that
disciplined.
again. Say it again and take your time saying it so it could sink in. This is for somebody as well, right?
Sorry about that. Actually, my first time writing
No
it
need
down.
to apologize. I'm just saying, say it again.
Not a
Say it
problem.
again. Yeah.
Purpose equals to who you become plus who you help plus what you build. I'll say it once more. Your purpose equals to, it's an equation, I did engineering, so I like equations. Your purpose equals to who you become plus who you help plus what you build. So for example, for me,
Plus
I be
what you
build.
plus what you build. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
know, they always say if you build it, they will come. You ever heard that saying?
Oh, say that again.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
That sounds like it resonates with you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, because the
Yeah.
master builder is on this team here.
Correct is right.
Yeah. And I'm taking instructions from him.
Correct, correct.
And
Because
I'm saying this time around, Kwasi, 8 people alone ended up in the boat when Noah built the ark.
I was not going to
But
say that.
I declare that more than 8 will make it this time around.
Correct is
Let
right.
those that have an ear to hear, hear.
Correct is right. Correct. And that, just to touch on what you now said there, those who have an ear to hear here, one of my favorite quotes, the revolution will not be televised. That was by Jill Scott Heron. He's a artist. I really like his music. But Bob Marley actually did an interview, and Bob Marley said this. He said, then here the guy said the revolution will not be televised. He said what he means is it would not be on TV, it would not be in a magazine, it will be telepathic. The revolution will be of the mind. So those who have ears will hear, and those who have, eyes will see. Correct. So I was going back to the formula. For me, I became disciplined. I help people improve their health, income, and mindset, and I built a business around that. So if you listen to this and you're trying to find out like your purpose, think about like what situation in your life forced you to grow. What what pain shape your mindset? And what do people naturally come to you for? And what kind of life do you actually want? Because your purpose is usually hidden in your patterns, you know? Because God put you in a certain area for a reason. Yeah.
I
So
see what's happening is that I am in there's something I'm embarking on as well with one of the persons who was on a few weeks ago. Well, Jamel Maloney is his name. If you didn't
okay,
get a chance to look at our segment yet, look at it.
okay,
We're going to be working on something because I have a nonprofit organization that focuses on the needs of widows and widowers.
correct, okay.
And one of the things we're going to be working on together
Mm-hmm.
is because I'm creating something for them, and it has to do with journaling. And I'm on my own journey too of a more structured type of journaling to
Mm-hmm.
really get deep on the inside. And you triggered that by your last set of words in terms of the quest, trying to understand purpose, trying to find purpose, and through the different things you might go through that sometimes can be very painful. And
Mm-hmm.
what? How could this bring out purpose? And I'll tell you something. Anytime I'm about to give birth to something new or something new has to happen for me, I experience something very painful. And it, of course, is likened onto that of a woman giving birth. And
Correct.
sometimes it feel like it could destroy you. So I
Uh,
do identify with what you have shared just before to take us to this point. And what happened in me remembering a childhood experience
mhm,
that could have devastated me or stopped me from talking because it's from a child I talking, but I didn't realize it was part of my purpose. But
mm,
nevertheless, that childhood womb that I had experienced,
mhm,
my mother had said to me, she didn't know the Lord then. When I say she didn't know the Lord then, y'all, that understand relationship with Jesus Christ. She didn't have a personal relationship with Christ, and she was doing it all by herself. And I remembered her saying something to me that I would never amount to anything good. How could a parent tell a child that, right? But
mhm.
I mean, I don't know where it came from for her, but it was said to me. And it wasn't something nice. But you know something, I lived through that.
Yeah.
And she, when you're out of Christ, sometimes we don't understand. And even in Christ, our words are so powerful. What we say, it
Mhm,
can make or break people, but it didn't break me. I
mhm,
could reflect on it today, but it made me realize something about myself that I always strive to do and to do my very best and to excel in whatever I do. Once it is purpose, once it is in God's will, I go after it to make that statement a lie. And that came from the devil, not really
mm,
from my mother, from the devil, because the enemy wants to stop us before we discover our purpose. Because when we discover our purpose, it's like we're running. It don't matter what could happen, it wouldn't stop us because when you discover purpose, there's a freedom. Hmm?
mm,
There is a peace.
mm,
There's a settling. And
mm.
getting back to the assignment that I'm working on with the nonprofit organization, I wrote down this, Kwasi, y'all. I wrote down this. Lord, what is it that I've been called to do? And this on another level. It's tied to this program. It's tied to what I started off with towels, just towels. That's the individual business, Kwasi, if you didn't know that I started off with, and it's not just towels. Even though the name of the business is just towels,
Mad
it's more
marketing.
than just towels.
That's good marketing.
It's more than just towels. And so every day now I look at that question, what is it that I've been called to do? And listening to you, my brother, watch me, is great what God is going to do. Because now the other guests I had on, and I told them, I said, our conversation isn't finished, but somehow you had to come back one behind the next. Please
Mhm.
let me allow you to say whatever else you need to say before our time runs out again. But I don't know how come I ended up there, but it was based on what you were saying. And
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
this is purpose. What you have to do, Kwasi, is purpose, and do it with all of your might. It will cause you to stand before kings and not mean men. Go ahead,
Mm.
brother.
So what I realize, especially as a man, your purpose isn't all the hard things and all the pains, all the tribulations, but really and truly is your relationship with it. Because I mean, when you decide to go towards purpose, you understand life not gonna be easy because you made a decision to endure certain things, but it have great things coming at the end of the enduring. And I think is this is things people know in it. But you see when the emotions hit, that's when it start to get harder. And that's when it start to get tested out. You start to get tested, sorry, about who you are as a man or woman. They say that adversity shows a man or woman to themselves. So there's a reason for that, you know? Now, what you were talking about where when you were young and you remember going through something and that pain could have make you or break you and it made you make certain decisions going into adulthood. I remember, as you said it, I remember reading from a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And he was actually talking about that and saying that what you believe about what is said about you is what's going to create you. But he's also saying that you could create yourself through that. So, yeah, words are a powerful thing. Like, for instance, there's one thing to be aware. Aware means you know something affects you, but there's one thing to be conscious. Conscious means you know something affects you, but you know how to affect it back. So if you want to be conscious, you want to live a conscious life, you could be aware that you know how to affect things back, although they affect you. So now you hold accountability for everything that you do. So in the book, he was saying that if it is you want to literally, I guess they call it heal yourself in a way, he said to write down a list of all the thoughts that you were led to believe that you didn't like about yourself. Whether it's too black, ugly, I'll never become something. You write down all the limiting beliefs on one side. On the next side, you write the new belief that you want to believe about that. You read through it every morning, every night, and do it for 21 days because it takes 21 days to change your habit. And you would see the kind of person you become because really you are programming yourself every day. And if you're not programming yourself, then somebody is programming you.
Well, see what's happening, boy. You know what's happening?
Is
Time is
that
upon us, you know? Just like
hmm,
that.
okay,
Just
that
like that. I don't
yeah,
know.
so
There's something some things that you want to say specifically before we close off. Is there anything else you want to say?
specifically, not really, I just want to keep it on purpose, so I wouldn't talk too much about it, but I actually want to have a conversation with you as well, but
Yeah.
off for the camera,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I really like this show
Sure.
that you, and I like what it could become as well.
Yeah.
Suppose stay tuned.
I missed that last part.
I say people stay tuned. We
All
have more.
right, good. Yeah. So y'all, this has been Born to Talk, the talk show. With me was Kwasi Sorillo, an entrepreneur going after his dreams, but not just his dreams, fulfilling his purpose. And he has been able to join me for the past couple of weeks, just sharing where he has been at. And, we are just being real here, transparent with you, because that's what purpose is about, being real and being able to just flow in who you were created to be. God did not waste his time bringing you into this world. You have a purpose, and God has a good plan for you. It's a good plan. It's a good plan, and God is able to bring it to pass in your life. So, Kwasi, again, thank you so very much. To those of you connecting, God bless you. Have a great week ahead. This has been Born to Talk, the talk show, and with me was Kwasi Sorillo, and I'm your host, Shaylin Mitchell-Berment, and I was born to talk. So God bless you. Have a great week, and don't stop believing in your purpose, because you were born with a purpose. God has a great plan for you. So stick with it, one step at a time, one decision at a time, and watch the links come together. You have been created for purpose. And don't forget it, you are valuable. So God bless you. Love you all. And bye for now.